A Black Friday could be brewing in the silver market or even gold market as well.
Silver was just broke out of $54 for both the LBMA spot. So when that happened, the CME all of a sudden said that their service went down. That's just like right there, the official statements. Due to a cooling issue, futures price was actually almost $1 above spot price. So it's in humongous contango. And I noted COMEX silver price versus the spot London silver price is in contango. Then the LBMA is in serious trouble to be in backwardation, meaning that the LBMA silver price has to be higher than into contango, which is the COMEX silver price higher, then the LBMA will be in trouble because then the LBMA will have difficulty in sucking physical silver.
On a quiet Friday morning, the world's largest metals market, the CME, abruptly halted all trading in gold and silver. The official reason was a cooling issue, but according to analysts like Yeung, this was a deliberate move to stop a historic price breakout and cover up a terrifying secret: a critical global shortage of physical silver. The market broke because the price of silver futures in the US suddenly skyrocketed nearly $1 above the physical price in London, a situation known as contango that instantly shut down the pipeline of silver flowing to London, which was already on the brink of collapse. As experts like structural analyst Michael Oliver pointed out, the cooling issue excuse was highly suspicious. The evidence of a supply crisis is overwhelming, with a bombshell report from former J.P. Morgan Metals desk head Robert Kudaba claiming the London market had zero physical silver free float. In a desperate rescue, China leased a small amount of silver to London, but sources say half of it was immediately sent to India, while silver inventories in Shanghai are also plummeting. This isn't just a market glitch. It's a sign of a massive power shift where Eastern nations are demanding physical metal, not paper promises. According to Yeung, we are witnessing a once-in-50-years event, creating a rare and potentially life-changing opportunity for those who understand what is happening. Subscribe to Find Metals for latest market analysis.
In the middle of October and said, "Hey guys, the LBMA has zero physical silver free float." And that was shocking, and said that China shipped some silver from the SGE, Shanghai Gold Exchange, to 50 metric tons approximately, not the 100 and 150. But anyway, whether or not it's 50 or 100 or 150, my sources told me that this metal has to be returned to China. There's not a lot of trading activity right now. This is Globex hours. First of all, it's after hours. Second is Thanksgiving. So why the heck would the data center overheat? In IT, having an order book down more than 5 minutes is for me impossible at their level. They are not beginners, and they have tons of money to have a resilient IT architecture. Having such system down for 1 hour is complete BS.
Yeah.
So I agree with it. I mean, in my opinion, they saw that contango going on. They saw the price breaking out, and they shut down the system.
Yeah.
This on my X account. I said they're probably trying to organize a short attack when it reopens.
Yeah,
to slam the
I
prices
wouldn't be
down. So I think that's most likely.
that a lot of these central banks, like in the Middle East, what they're doing now as well is buying COMEX silver futures and waiting for delivery. So these people are desperate because sovereign countries, they don't buy futures just to speculate, and they don't care much about the price, I don't think. I think they're going to come right back in and buy the future. But one thing that's dangerous for them, I think, is that the COMEX, they have it in their rule books that they can decide just to cash settle and not give them the physical. Anyway, I'll let you talk about liquidity a bit more.
Okay, just before I talk about that, Ronan Manny, our mutual friend, he works for he's an associate at Bullion Star. He got a new venture going. I don't know if it's for Bullion Star or his other, business partners, but he is launching a tokenized silver product.
Sorry to interrupt you. My friend said that
Yes.
Dubai, they want to be the center of silver trading. Emirates, Dubai, China, India, they don't want paper. They want real physical silver. And that's why the COMEX and LBMA are in such big trouble, in my opinion.
Silver liquidity is drying up. Okay. So the free float is rapidly shrinking because everybody want to get their hands on physical silver. Because like you said, Mario, this is once in 50 years. We are witnessing history. And I know there's a lot of noise out there. There are a lot of people who pretend to tell you the truth, but they're not looking out for your well-being. They really are not. They are probably working for someone else, or they have some sort of a ulterior motive. But in my opinion, if you don't own any physical gold and silver, it's never too late to start buying some physical gold and silver to protect yourself and your family. Now, if you don't want to buy all at once because you're afraid that the price of the physical gold and silver might fluctuate, okay? Because we are, we're not at all-time lows here. We're all-time high, right? Um, Dollar cost averaging.
And at the time, I was a futures and options broker in the bond market. And I started looking at gold the whole time because you have an interest. And I couldn't believe the price moves that we saw every day, pretty much at the same time. It wasn't like it was a random market. And I could tell it was manipulated. And then I found out about GATA.org, Bill Murphy. A lot of people trying to expose the manipulation. But there's always those who say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist, there's nothing to see. And even people in the precious metal space who are into gold and silver, they deny it, some of them. Either they are ignorant and naive and don't know much about markets, or they benefit from this scam, and that's going to stop metal from going to London. And you also noted that China leased some metal to London in November this month, and now they're going to want it back.
China sent metal. They didn't talk about leasing. They said they sent metal from the Shanghai Gold Exchange to the LBMA in October when during that week when Robert Gottlieb came out and said that the LBMA has zero free float of silver. So Gottlieb bullion banker at JP Morgan. So he ran the desk. He ran the JP Morgan precious metals desk, basically. Okay. So he came out. They operate the SHFE Gold and Silver Vault in Shanghai. So that's the Shanghai Futures Exchange. They are also the clearing member at LBMA. Okay.
Who knows? This could be a Black Friday. The original Black Friday was in 1869, Eric, and the gold market. There was a squeeze, and it led to a stock market crash. Yeah.
And then Dario, he's also a contributor and a pretty big accounts on X, financial analyst. He came out and said, "Hey guys, fun fact: Cyrus One data center is in Illinois, and the cooling issues impacting the CME aren't currently impacting any other clients' operations of Cyrus One across all data centers." Okay, and then that's telling you that there's like some red flags there, right? If it's a data outage or a server outage, shouldn't the entire Cyrus One data center be offline completely? And of course, like the people, I don't know if they're boss or like the LBMA shows or they just have low IQ. I don't know. But like people come in and they argue about like, why the data set, the COMEX, system is down. But then one of my followers came out and said this, and this guy is actually a IT person who works in this sort of stuff. And I sent you that slide as well because a couple of weeks before that, him and Daniel Gadi was saying, "Well, everything is fine. They still got maybe 7,000 metric tons of free float, and it went from that to zero."